Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump straight into the event in our conquest, because we are going to investigate the last murder location. The locations of the so-called murders. Here we go. Go to the location marked on the map. Yeah. So there's one location marked in Dragonspine, and that's where we're going. Next to the snow-covered pass. Also, if you're going to enjoy this episode, please leave a like, subscribe, and stick around the channel for more Genshin Impact content to come.
Nice and cool. Natland doesn't have places like this.
What? A common chest? Why do I keep...
Something to add to my collection.
I keep finding chests.
Burn it down.
Every time I go back to Dragonspine, even though I have this area at 100%. How? Okay. Somewhere around here.
We should be getting close.
Cover examine the ground. Although everything is covered in snow, as you see the event, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from its surroundings. You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty and the surrounding markers make it look like something was dug up. Did any animal do it, or some monster?
Weird. There's a hole, but no body.
Exactly.
The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies. But this location is different from the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Why not fill the hole? Or smooth out the ground like the other places?
Maybe because no one would come across it? If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo isn't the one responsible, why was this location marked in his notes? You return to the night of Favonius, doubt swelling in your mind. Turn to the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Hello, Jean. You're back. Did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
You tell your Jean about your findings from Albedo's office. I see. A complicated results, but your efforts are appreciated. Did Albedo submit an appeal? Yes, he asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identity of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that were uncovered have been sent for forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
If the victims turns out to be monster citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. The second trial would likely have to be opened to the public. And I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
The second trial is set to take place in 2 days. I hope you consider attending this one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Yeah. Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. Miles. You're eavesdropping again? Ha. Miles. Wait until 2 days later. I kind of want to investigate Miles right now. Okay, I word claimed us. Seeing as how he's been eavesdropping on us. This time and in the previous episode, which you should probably watch before watching this episode. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
It is. Right, Jean. Ah, you two. Let me know if you're ready. We'll head out. Ready? Alright, follow me. To the event Arkham Quest exclusive location, it seems. Of the trial room. Oh no, this isn't the church, it seems. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gundhilda, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Daya will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Herta represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring the trial to order. Miss Ursa, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time.
Okay.
Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Hasselman, male, 46 years old. Marital status, single. Occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to the lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage of the femur bone Mr. Diluk found is consistent with such injury. Therefore, we can conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hasselman. A specialized technique is likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Oh. Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluk saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too.
Huh.
I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluk. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluk in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation.
Wait, she just spoke out that she had a crush on him while he was in the room. Oh.
Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I I'm sorry it took me so long.
I see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject and will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
Yep. The evidence we found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map. Yeah. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The marking corresponds with the descriptions of the letter and the location of the crime scenes. Does the map belong to you? Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You do realize the admission of guilt, that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No! Since you uncovered the compartment, I might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
Oh, I'm starting to dislike her here. But I always have. I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Herta, you presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking on his own defenses. Besides, I'm not making excuses. And I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow, until someone comes along and brushes it away. But he seems curious but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything else? So what? Imagine bursting off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? It was a hint, and it must have something to do with Dragonspire, which reminds me. One of the locations marked on the map what we found was in Dragonspire, wasn't it? Traveler, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well? Yes. Can you tell us what you found? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found in Dragonspire. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? Second marked location. This. Third marked location is in Dragonspine. We only knew this about this because we found the map in the hidden compartment. During our investigation, Byron and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There was also claw marks around it outside, but there was no body or any remains whatsoever. The first marked location is near Mondstadt. Beatrice saw Albedo use alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single man's shoe and torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, the evidence seems to suggest that Albedo killed someone and concealed the body. Interpret. The second marked location is between Dragonspire and Dom Winery, where Diluc saw Albedo bury the body of an adult male. Diluc describes nearly the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for them to conclude against Albedo, so their testimony should be trustworthy. Diluc found the teeth and the femur bone at the scene, and Donna confirmed his version of the events because she was also dead at night. The two should have no reason to set Albedo up. Despite her crush, Donna wouldn't lie about something like that just to get Diluc's attention. Not to mention, Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. According to the forensic results, the teeth and femur bone belonged to a Mondstadt citizen, and the witness account suggested Albedo was the last person to come in contact with his body. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones? And does that mean he's the killer? Jump again. Okay, yeah, no. Associate. Human remains? No, that doesn't make sense. First marked location. Difference between the marked locations. Albedo marked these 3 locations on the map found in the hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely used to hide bodies. The hole stuck in each area certainly seemed big enough. But unlike the first 2 locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the 3rd location. No witness saw anything happened there. Dragonspine is home to all manner of monsters and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't it the case in the other locations? The mark didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the 3rd location has been there longer than the other 2. But if the 1st location was made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? Interpret. Most people know Albedo as an alchemist and the captain of the investigation team. But in truth, he is the Crider Prince, a synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners, Gold Rhindaughter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit the crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill will towards humanity, and he also still seems like his normal self. As a friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That would only make things worse for him. Dragonspine has frigid climate and it's covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountains lies the remains of an even more mysterious creature, Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a peculiar life energy. That I think about it. A lot of strange things have happened on Dragonspine. Associate. Encounters on Dragonspine. I almost forgot, but I once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo Suspado! There we go! And we weren't the only ones. Wait a second, someone who looks exactly like him. Does that make a conclusion? I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Because I made an honest assessment of the fact I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the 3rd location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. It was all done by one person. Why wasn't the 3rd scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the 3rd locations weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever, traveler.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out. There is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the 3rd location. And the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to the traveler's point. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Herta, and deny any connections to that map. But that's not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide the things at those 3 locations.
What?
There were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspine.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You're mistaken, Miss Herta. This story doesn't end here. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine. Someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead, and buried the body on the mountain, the third location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber, Bennett, and I were with Albedo that day.
And unfortunately, we cannot experience that because that was an event.
The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands.
Hertai, you're not sounding very logical for the logiston of the Night of Venus. No, you're wrong.
You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
Yes, if you would let me finish, Miss Hertai, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspire was my height, with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. Someone who happens to look exactly like you. Exactly like him. So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. I see. That appears I need to withdraw my stats.
What?
Everyone! I brought her!
Wait, you...
The person who just came in, isn't that Hertha?
What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
Hello to you, too.
As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistic captain of the Night of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people of Mondstadt.
Order in the court! I've been stationed in Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon, Durin. Several hundred years ago, the Dragon of the East, the Valin, defeated Durin in battle, and with help from Barbatos sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true ending for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach. An unsuccessful iteration of the Homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of... homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome.
And my feeling of her being off and not liking her was validated.
Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo long ago. Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Ah.
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused?
Yes. eavesdropping.
You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
Mm-hmm.
No, my head. It hurts.
The scar is right here.
Why the nurse? Why the nurse? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Night of Violence failed to mention the scar on Herta's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or should I say, all spawn of Durant life force have that ability. A powerful life force, an appearance you can only change you can change at will. Yet here you stand formless one. You stand formless one, paralyzed to act. Because you are worried about using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then Mars must be one of them. There are others too, most of them being under the influence of Durant's life force have gathered here. And yet that presence is what impedes her from taking action. Unless you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it, because in this network of living beings you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way!
Whoa!
Come on, let's go.
Hey, they're shielding the imposter!
She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
After her!
It's time. Our units move out. Third company, keep on the imposters still. We finally have a chance to talk, but before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemic experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of the Order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master Dirk picked up on the situation long before today's proceeding. Of course he picked up on it, he's the bloody Batman here. He's the bloody Batman about that, so of course. Well, that's quite an involved plan, yeah. Indeed. Follow me. But it doesn't surprise me that Dirk knows about it. But the fact that Duran is starting to spawn life forms is very interesting. Ah!
What? How are there monsters in the city?
They are all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is human, but fear not, we've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Duran's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. And so we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
The top of that city wall. Okay. Let's go. Provide mobile support to various areas in the city. Okay, nice. There's an optional objective over here. Oh, and we actually are being targeted here.
Captain Albedo, honorary knight, and your floating companion.
Some of the people around here are acting strange. Be careful.
There we go.
Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have managed that on our own.
Okay.
I hope everyone's alright. We really appreciate the help.
Okay, Fenty's over there. Let's first do the other optional objectives, because That might be wise. Knowing how the Netland War turned out. Okay, there's a fire over here. Let's put it out.
Settle down.
Oh, we can't. Wait, what? Okay, here's Sucrose. It's Albedo, Traveler. Everything's good here? Oh good, a few monsters made it into the city, but Master Dirk and Mr. Kaya helped me take care of them. Okay, not long ago. Oh, flashback. Oh, no, more monsters. Okay.
Stand clear.
There we go. Alright, all clear. We should go check those. Okay.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Get frostbite.
But it is.
Immune dust. There we go.
Where are all these monsters coming from? My sword hand is cramping.
Wait, I think that's Captain Kaya's voice. Maybe he's coming to help. Just hang in there.
Animal hypostasis simulation.
There we go. That's more coming. Fantastic job defending this place, you two. We'll take it from here.
Oh, Captain Kaya, Swan is...
Hey, I'm fine. It's your leg we should be worried about.
Swan, Lawrence, you should go. Both go ahead, treat them. Just don't push yourself. We'll take care of things here.
But, Master Diluc, didn't you leave the Knights of Favonius?
Doesn't mean he isn't still a skill glider, but are the knights the only capable of defending this gate? Exactly. It's fine, Master Diluc is just altruistic as always. If a civilian is willing to help out, who are we to turn him away?
Understood. We're grateful for the support.
Yeah, thanks a million. We'll be back soon.
Good. Okay. I have some spare time right now, so I was planning to make some potions to help people fight. A sound plan. But remember to be careful. I know it's unlikely, but if you get to a situation you can't handle, retreat to somewhere safe. Don't worry about the front line. Understood. Okay, but stuff is really hitting the fans here. Razor, Lisa! Hello! How are my electro people doing? Cutie, it's you. Here, take some.
It's you.
Razor. Hello, my boy. It's been a while since I played with Razor. He was my first main, if you go back all the way. If I go back all the way in time, but... Also, good thing we have the Pyro Traveler here. There we go. Phew, it's been a while since I unleashed my lightning during Wind Bloom.
It happened a lot before?
Unleashing lightning on people? No. Once in a while, maybe. It sure feels good to let loose, though. My old professor even wrote to me about that a few days ago. Of course, I made sure to emphasize that I always treat others with kindness. It's only natural for a student to inherit their teacher's ways. After all. And mine was a gentle old man from the Spartan school. So you see, this time I only used gentle methods of electrocution. So gentle even Jim would have no reason to intervene.
Huh. Gentle electrocution.
You seem to be in good spirit, Miss Lisa. Ah, well, it's good to move about every once in a while. It's good to see them again. Okay. there's one more location we need to go to
Rev the engines.
before we can go and talk to Fenty. Because there seems to be something over here. Here the chills.
Hold firm. Drag another wardrobe over here.
Foul beast! Demonachtrijk shall not tolerate such a transgression. Hey, official.
Ah, that's the traveler's voice.
Hello. You arrive at the most opportune time. Vessel sorted ready.
Coming to be.
Go.
Moments of burst. Coming to be.
Okay. There we go. Fear not, the farmhouses have been cast into the void.
Mein Fräulein means to say that you should refrain from going out for the time being. We will continue to protect this area.
All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. But, I've never seen a bird that can, talk.
It's also not really a bird. It's just an electro manifestation.
Ah, no need to worry. I'm Mein Fräulein's humble servant. Please rest assured, I'm not a danger to you.
You can trust them, I promise.
Oh, no, of course. I didn't mean it that way at all. I just misspoke.
Certainly. No matter. My vessel has an unfinished duties yet. Then go further, smite these wretched beasts. The princess' blessing shall illuminate your path. Okay. Hello, Fenty. It's your turn. Coming to you now. I'm going the wrong way. Here we go.
Hey, Fenty!
Shit, someone's coming. Help me, please, someone help me.
What's with the freak out? It's just us.
Ah, perfect. I could interrupt the act. Sorry, thought you were a regular citizen. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. I agree. Although it's been a while since I've dealt with something this big, it's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your troubles. Aha, just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
People can make new friends when we're not here, you know. Monsters started searching in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Still, I never expected these monsters to have become this advanced. The power of evolution cannot be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Durin has absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witnesses saw was true. I did hide those bodies, as I monitored the situation in Dragonspine. I noticed that many who ventured there came back. Different. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by the monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives. So when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated two who attempted to attack.
What about the remains D-Luke found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes. The monsters slowly digest their victims, sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair and the second some teeth and bone. The only bodies Albedo's destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest. Well, someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to get some valuable data on the petrification on the bodies. After we defeated that blob again, the wobble flower on Dragon's spine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me the story of a gardener, I remember. I'm glad you remember. What I told you about Subject 2 in his pursuit to replace Subject 1. You transferred the wobble flower into Subject 3. So there was another imposter in Dragon's spine that day. Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So you see, at one point there was somewhat thing hidden in that hole you found. But Duran is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of its powers, the monsters drug up Subject's 2 body and returned it to Duran's stomach. Duran absorbed the failed creation along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who ventured into Dragon's spine for too long are also bound to fall under Duran's influence. But those effects don't show themselves right away, and to the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive. You saw it for yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange. Those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Euphonia's headquarters. Duran's power remained dormant within them until, finally, it surged to the surface and seized control. That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do? We can't go around hurting innocent people.
No. That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just laze around after all, promising to help. We will use the power of Animo to restrain them for now. That should give the Knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's long and short of the situation. It's time to activate the finger mode. Yes, so if there's a little secret other people shouldn't know, my identity for example, keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many.
There should now be wind currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
It's all thanks to the Lord Probatus. With a blessing, we will succeed in defending our city. Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
Mm-hmm. You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice. Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Yips. Oh, you know, just wandering bard, calling for help. Thank goodness Traveler Papa and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot, huh? Alright, now that you're okay, we should check on the status of the other areas. Thanks, friends. May the animal Arkham protect you. Ah, hello there. I got things covered here. I don't like being in the middle of this, especially on the bridge. Oh, look who it is. Ah! Get back! Phew, that was a close one. I suppose thanks are in order, Master Diluc. I appreciate the help. No needs, I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in the way. Oh well, let me get it out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together, but you would just melt my eyes anyway. Suit yourself. Alright, tell me. When did you notice something was off? The first trial. Ah, because of the fake hurt, huh? No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough? No. You weren't nervous enough. Tell me then, Master Diluc. When do you think I actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters incoming. Hans Segafel, best not to think about it.
Don't get frostbite.
Hello. That's another one down.
Dodge this. This moment will be frozen in time.
Yep. Hello, Joe. Hello.
Retribution.
Good thing we got a pirate character here. You evaded my burst. How dare?
Is that all you've got?
What the? No.
Freeze. Don't get frostbite.
Well, thankfully we've got access to our inventory here, and we can revive. And eat.
Cool it. Don't push your luck.
Okay, there we go. Talk to Diluc and Kaya.
They're over there! Diluc, Kaya!
Hello. If you had time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maybe this was just the closest spot to the city gate. Retaining control of the main road means maintaining control of the battle as a whole. You made the right choice.
So what's the status over here?
All under control. Don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer in the high have this area covered. I think you meant the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you. Okay, that is interesting. We didn't know his title yet. We don't have to bring that up. Or do we? I don't know. We keep up the good work. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go and check on the status of the other locations. Good luck. Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were the one on my side by the end. Believe me, he had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it isn't just... I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Thank you for trusting me, and for choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work as always. We'll see you soon. Of course, stay safe. Barbara Rosario? Ah, the healing crew. Okay. Get close to injured knights of opponents and use Barbara's and skill to heal them. Okay. to wait for it to reset.
I'll protect us.
There we go.
Yeah.
Right, he should be on the mend.
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara.
You're welcome.
Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
Okay. You're not rushing back out to the front line, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with the logistics from the back.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand. As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured patients, bodies should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front line, so I'll escort you all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara. You can count on me. I don't really know how this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time. So I think everything will be alright. No, it has to be. Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara? I don't know, did you need something? I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. Attacks and fighting, so I need you to take care of yourself. How do you know? Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine, and he's our authority on that region, so we should take him at his word. Dragonspine, huh? So the city is going to be in danger? Yes, but the Knights of Phoenix will do whatever we can to protect the people. But then, who will protect you? Don't worry, I'll look out for myself, I promise. Please let them be okay out there. Sister Barbara, could you lend me a hand? Ah, of course, coming. Ah. Hey, Noel. Ah. Oh, Bennett. Yeah, Murphy's Law is gonna be fun here. Ah. They're here. Prepare for battle. On guard, everyone. Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock. Looks like we've got 25 villagers, 2 blazing axe materials, and a bunch of different slime. Prepare the elemental countermeasures. Roger that. Okay.
Final warning.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Providing cover fire. Leave the wounded to me.
Get him.
There we go. No, not yet. Okay. Up we go. We got ambush burst ready to go.
No escape.
Engaging.
Okay, nice.
Now's our chance.
I should have stayed with the... Yeah, I should have stayed with the other. Because that applies to cryo.
I'm fine. Leave the wounded to me.
Go, Baron Bunny.
There we go. Talk to Ember and Mika. Okay.
All units are now in position.
Good.
Hertha! Ah, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Ah.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Jean told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Jean hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Okay. Yeah, that's quite a scary thought. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser. Don't worry. Once it's all over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Albedo, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock. So you didn't know him? Then it seems Yuta did an excellent job at keeping the situation on the wraps, and no need to worry. You two, I'm no worse for wear. It sounds like Yuta's alright. Alright, she's like an impenetrable wall, that one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure. She's someone you can really count on.
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
It was Kai's suggestion. He said the plan would work the best with someone well-known and reputable without being too high-profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was a perfect choice. We need to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with the idea that she would disappear. So that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long to get for that to get resolved. No, because the imposter fell right into our trap. It was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed it to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on the night's patrol route, claiming to have survived the mission.
When did that happen?
Over 6 months ago.
Damn!
Whoa, so this has been a long time in the making.
Yes, and our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Months have been searching for its body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking that it's subject to. So we have to wait long enough to convince the fake Hertha that she had all our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant among our ranks.
Don't worry, Barbados already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment. It would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in disguise, and if my true identity got out, the public trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins. I'll keep my mouth shut and she'd be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due, it was well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed, and I have you to thank for that, Traveler. You probably don't know it, but you have been part of this plan since the beginning. Me, but I didn't even know there was a plan. And for that, you have my sincerest apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but it did make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letter in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover, so I'm willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return for Wimploom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hertha, subject to, has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right, you were part of our plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense at our decision to keep that from you. And please, don't be so hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. During Night in Paimon will always be friends of monsters. We will never forget that.
Aww, that means a lot.
In that case, thank you for thinking me of it. It was an honor to take part. It is us who should be thanking you on the very night. Okay, I don't know what...
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
Yes, and we will... But I am going to have to end this episode here because it's already longer than I want it to be. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!